Hello guys, welcome to my channel.
Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we are going to learn the very new features those are introduced in 2021 in JavaScript. These are total 8 features those we are going to discuss and learn in this video one by one. So first thing that is introduced here in JavaScript is Numeric Separator. This numeric separator is very easy to understand if we write some value, like in millions if we write some data. So it's very easy to understand like this. We can put the underscore symbol in a numeric value. Here also you see we can put the underscore symbol in numeric value. When I will try to run this value, and it will run perfectly without any problem. I can display the second value also, amount 2, and if I run it, it will also display in a regular way as a number, but we can define these number with underscore whenever we want to put this in a number. If we want to say 1000, I say 1000 amount 3, and I say 1000, so it look odd, so I can put like this 1000. If I want to say one more value like this, I can introduce like this also, and I can display this. And if I try to run this, and you see the value is coming. So first feature is numeric separator, that is underscore in a numeric value. Second one is a string prototype replace all. You see that we have a one string. Without the replace all, we have to use this replace function, and this function we have to use the regular expressions. Then we are going to replace here the plus symbol. So in place of plus, if we want to replace value, then we have to use the replace function. Otherwise, in new feature that is introduced in 2021, we can directly give here plus, and plus will replace with the space. But here I have to use a regular expression. If I try to run this, you will see that the both are doing the same thing. They are removing the plus symbol and introducing the space in place of plus symbol. But this is the oldest way before 2021, and we have to give here regular expressions. If I am not giving regular expression, for example, if I do like this, and here I say that I am just want to replace the plus symbol like this, and I try to run it, so I have to comment this also because this variable is repeating again. If I run it again, you see that only one plus is replaced. Other plus are remaining same because this replace keyword only replace one character, one instance of this, one occurrence of this plus, that is this. But if I want to replace all, then I have to use the regular expressions like I was using earlier, like this. This is regular expressions I have to use and tell the all occurrence of plus should be replaced with the space. But it is not easy to learn these regular expressions. So by using replace all, just by putting a plus symbol here and space, we can replace all the plus. You see, all are doing the value. So this is the second feature that is introduced in JavaScript 2021. Now third one is the some operators like this. If we we have to check this a is not null. If I say a having some value, then give the a to 8. That means if a is not empty, then we have to put some value. Now answer is 8. You see, output would be 8. Console.log, and I say a, so the output would be. Now you see that this is the older way, but if I do like this, you see This is the older way. And if I declare one variable like b, if it's 1, and I say b then end operator 2 time and equal to, and I say 3 or 8, anything if I give, I say 3, and if I display this one b here and I run it again, you see the same thing we are achieving by using this double AND assignment operator. So here we are checking with the if condition, here without the if condition, just we are using here double AND and assignment operator, and we will have the condition checking also. If it is not empty, then initialize the 3. Now again you see note condition. If we want to check the variable c, for example, if I want to see this c variable, that should be undefined, it should not be defined. I am checking it. If it is not defined, you see the c is not defined, that is we initialize the 5 value. And I say here c. So if I run it, you see the value will come 5. Why? Because if c is undefined, then initialize. Same thing we can achieve in the new way like this. So we have here I say let d equal to d, then 3, and I say console.log d. You see, if it is undefined, we are checking this. This is also older version. This one and this one are same. We are not changing anything. But now what we can do? We can do like this. Just we have to give here e and here e, and I say console.log and e, and if I run it, and you see that value is initialized here. If I say it undefined, then again it is initializing. So earlier we were doing like this, if not initialize then initialize, or we can use OR operator like this. If it is true and this is true, that means we are initializing this. But now we can do separately by using this operator only. Just put the OR operator equal to symbol here, and it will check. If it is not defined, then it will define. Then we have one more thing, that if the variable is undefined, then we can use the double question mark symbol. I say f, and here I say f, and then I just put console.log and I say here f. That means it will display 7. If this is undefined, so by putting 2 question mark here, 2 time question mark and equal to, and assigning a value, we can also check that this variable is undefined, then define the variable. So these are the new features, those are introduced in declaring and checking a variables in JavaScript 2021. Now we are going to the fourth feature. The fourth feature is the Promise.any function. Remember that promises we know. If you don't know promises, then you go and refer my previous video to check the promises. In promises here, you see that we have a 3 promises, and promise 1 we have this first promise, second promise and third promise. So in this promise we can throw any resolve or reject, whatever we want to resolve. I just put here that 3 times I am just calling this promises. The first time I am rejecting the promise, second time I am resolving it. I am saying resolve it and return the resolve to, because it is second one, and I say reject it. So earlier there was no any other option in JavaScript to check these promises, but here by using this any function we can check in an array that first, second and third. We are passing here 3 promises. If any one single promise will execute and resolve, then the output will come here. Now I am checking here that first dot, then if there is a data or response is coming, then display the response here. So any single one response, if it is resolved by the promise, then the data will come here. If nothing come, if all are rejects, then it go to the error portion. If all are rejecting the promises, then error will come here. If I run this program, you see I will have the promises, and after 2 seconds the result 2 is coming. Why? Because we have resolve here like this. But if I say this is also rejected like this, and I run it again, you will see that it will reject the error. It will send the error. Why? Because all are rejecting, so it's throwing a error that all promises are rejected and all are throwing reject. You see, all first, second, third all are rejecting, so the output will goes to the error, and then error will display here that all promises were rejected. Now if I want to promise by third one, so I can say resolve and I say done third, means we have done the promise from the third promises, and it will display here done third. Why? Because the third one have completed the promises. So by using Promise.any function we can check which promise is resolving the request, and as per that we can took our decision. If no one is throwing the promise, then that means all are rejecting, the error will come here. Now next one is the 5th feature, that is called declaring a private methods in class in JavaScript. If you don't know how to declare classes in JavaScript, kindly refer my previous video in the ES6 version, where I have explained how to create these classes, how to do inheritance in classes using JavaScript. Here if you want to define any function as a private function, put the hash symbol in front of that function. If I am trying to run this, you see the error is coming, and if I remove this here, and it will run perfectly without any problem, you see, and I can display this information here. You will see I am passing a information, and I can display this here, test runner, and if I run it, so you will see the output is coming here. From here I am passing the parameter and I am displaying it, but if I put the hash here in front of this, so this method is private, and now this method cannot be accessed outside the class. So this is the new feature that is introduced to declare a private method in JavaScript. Now the 6th feature is also interesting, that is to create the getter and setter method as a private. You see, if we put get and set in front of the function, it become the property and getter setter method in JavaScript. If I just remove this hash symbol and I try to run it, you see this property returning test name. So test name is here and this test name is coming here also. But if I declare this property with hash, that means this property is private to this class, Now you say undefined. So this property is undefined because it is private to this test class. So it is also the new option in 2021 JavaScript to declare the private getter and setter methods in JavaScript. Now second last feature, the seventh feature is the weak reference. You know that in a JavaScript the garbage collector cannot you cannot remove the object from the memory. But if we want that the garbage collector of JavaScript can remove the object from the memory, so we store that object in the weak reference here. This is the object and I am storing this object here, and this object is coming in this portion, and I remove this one, then I will show all everything. This is same. So this is the object, and this object I am just passing here in a weak reference, and the object of this is this. So that means if the garbage collector will remove the reference of this object from the memory, object 1, if there is a lacking of memory and garbage collector execute by JavaScript, so this object can be removed by the garbage collector because it is already stored in weak reference and the reference is weak. That means garbage collector is allowed to remove this object. But whenever I require this object, then I can deref the object and I can get the object back and I can access the value. If I run it, you see that we have saved the object and then derefer the object again, and with the help of this I display the name. Same, I can display the last name also because it's a name, first name, and it may be last name. So by using weak reference, we can refer any object here. That object will store in the weak reference space, memory space, and garbage collector can remove this object if want. But whenever we require in a program, then we can refer this again, deref, and with the help of this object we can access this property again. So this is the seventh feature that is introduced in JavaScript 2021. Now the last one is finalizer. It is little bit difficult to explain here because here just we are creating a registry by using finalization registry. By this function, this class, this object, we are just creating a registry, and with the help of registry we are registering here object, and we are giving the value to the object here. If garbage collector execute and it remove this object, then the information will come here, and this value will display here that JavaScript garbage collector has removed this value. If I run it, here I am not getting any output because the garbage collector right now is not removing this object. I can't execute garbage collector forcefully. It will execute in your program whenever. Then if this object is removed by the garbage collector, then the value will be displayed. This value will come and it will indicate you that this object has been dereferred from the memory. So here I can't give you the output of this, but the use of this is that whenever the object will remove from the memory, that message will come here and it inform you that the object is garbage collected by the JavaScript garbage collection. So these are the 8 features, those are introduced in JavaScript 2021 in JavaScript. That's all in this video. Thank you for watching my video.